Welcome to Step 15. We're really getting to the pointy end of this business. We are so close to sending proposals. You've still got a little bit of work to do, but as you've been finding in these most recent steps, you've actually done a lot of the content already, and now it's just making sense of it and putting it all together. I'm a big fan of creating tailored, individualized proposals for sponsors. I work with companies who sponsor athletes as well as with athletes themselves. So I've got that insight from the other side of the table. And all of my clients, all of the sponsors I work with, agree 100% that they want an individualized proposal from the athletes who contact them about sponsorship. They don't want some generic, run-of-the-mill, impersonal document. They want to know what the athlete has got in mind for them and that they understand the company that they're approaching and that they've got specific ideas about that relationship that they're wanting to create. So your steps, your tasks for Step 15 are to watch this video, read the instructions document, and then simply using a checklist, which is provided in the instructions, you're going to go to your main template, your main proposal document, and you're going to tailor it for each sponsor that you're connecting with. So it's really important to do this. As I said, companies really appreciate you taking the time and effort. It's a conversation that you're having, so it's worth taking a bit of time to get the content of that conversation right, rather than just making a general statement in a general way. Being specific allows you to progress that conversation a bit further. It's natural for a company to respond better to something that is personalized to them. It's got their name, it's got their products mentioned, it's telling them exactly what you have to offer them and what you're asking for. So they can really put the pieces of the puzzle together rather than guessing. A generic proposal would probably leave them guessing a bit more. Now, it shows them also that you value them, that you've got initiative and you're clever, which of course you are. And it shows them that you're being selective about who you're approaching, that you're not just sending one generic proposal out to potentially hundreds of sponsors. It's quite a simple process. It's worth doing when you've got a bit of time. Don't rush through this. Take your time, get it right. It's not difficult. It's not overly time consuming, but it's worth just, crossing your T's and dotting your I's. Using the checklist that's in the Step 15's instructions document, you'll see the different elements of your proposal that will be tailored. My suggestion to you is to save a copy of your master proposal, your master proposal, and just keep that saved. So that's your base document. And then save another copy of it using the sponsor name that you're going to be creating a tailored proposal for first. Edit that document, and then when you're happy, save it as a PDF, because you're going to be sending them a PDF rather than an active Word or InDesign or PowerPoint document. So in the checklist, the kind of things that you're going to be adding to your proposal document is changing that generic reference to the actual company name. You're going to use photos that are relevant to that sponsor. And look, you may find that you use the same photos throughout your documents, but if you've got some specific photos that are relevant to their products or services, or showing that if you're looking for, say, a warm clothing company like that do snowproof gear, show them that you go out to the snow. Make it relevant. You want to also include that list of tailored sponsor benefits that you've created for them. And you want to reference their products and services within the general list of benefits. So if you're talking about providing photographs of sponsor's product, say what that sponsor's product is. For example, photographs of Orca's wetsuits in use at competitions and in training. You're also going to want to include your sponsor rationale content. In the checklist, it guides you to the specific step that you've already done where you'll find this information. So you'll be going back to content you've already created. You might want to change your language in the document. If you're going for one sponsor who are very, very formal and another who are really light-hearted and funny, feel free just to mix up the language a little bit. The way I speak with you guys on these videos is exactly how I'd speak to you face to face. It's different to how I'd probably present at a corporate function, and it's different again to how I'd speak to children. So we adapt based on our audience, but always staying true to ourselves. So don't use language that isn't you, but be respectful and aware of the kind of communications and language, words that your sponsors use, and try to, find a happy medium. Make sure there's no conflicting photos. So if you're going for sponsorship by a particular clothing brand, try not to have too much other, branded clothing within those photos. I know people who are quite good at graphics, and they'll actually go in and edit out the logos of the other companies, which I think is a great idea. Now, don't forget to check your spelling and get someone else to check it for you as well. In fact, I always recommend that you get someone to check the entire document. Tell them what they need to be looking for: spelling of the company name, general spelling, reference to certain products, does it make sense, all that kind of stuff. And have one or two friends or family members go through each of the documents you create just to make sure that they're perfect. Now, here's some tips, and this is from people's experiences, so we learn from other people's mistakes. Do not mix up sponsors' names or products. So going through the proposal, make sure you're not accidentally referring to other products or other companies. Get someone to check over that, and as I said, get them to review the whole document. Double check it yourself again at the end. So you create it, you get a couple of people to check it, you check it yourself, and then when you go to send it, you're confident that everything in that document is just right. Now, you may want to get a little bit clever and create some clickable links within the PDF. So if you're using PowerPoint, for example, you can create those hyperlinks, and when you save it to a PDF or print it to a PDF, those links will still be active. So for example, in your contact details, or when you're talking about social media, you can link to your platforms, you can link to your YouTube channel or whatever you like. Just a nice little extra thing, and it makes it easier for the people reading the document, especially if it's on screen, that they can go straight away and have a look at what you're talking about. So your actions: read the instructions, use the checklist within those instructions to create your proposals, get friends to check it or family, double check it yourself, save it as a PDF, and there it is, ready to send. We're not quite ready to send yet, but your proposal document is finished, and that's really exciting. So part of being a sponsored athlete is having a profile, whether you're famous or whether you're just well known within your community or your sport. One of the best ways to do that is get out there, go to existing networks. And I would invite you to send me your athlete profile, which you've completed in Step 12. And I'll feature you not just in the Athlete Hub, but also on my business page, which is the Sponsorship Consultants. So be brave. Send me a profile, send me a great photo, and I would love to feature you. You'll reach over 5,000 new people. So off you go. Step 15 awaits you. And I can't wait to see your finished sponsorship proposals. Please send them through. I just can't wait.